Go see. Hang on.
Well, Jalen, you knew it wouldn't be easy. Week 1 on the road against Bill Belichick and in Tom Brady's house when he was here for halftime. What gave you guys so much trouble today?
Well, I think, you know, first and foremost, our defense played a hell of a game. You got to protect. I have to protect the ball. I know you. That was me, completely me. I have to do a better job at the end of the game in those moments. But you take the good, bad, and the ugly. We're going to take this one, and we're going to learn from our mistakes. I guarantee you that. We're going to continue to grow.
I want to talk about your defense, but first, that 4th and 2 call. Can you tell us about what went into that?
Yeah, you know, it's just the trust in everyone here, you know, and having the trust in my guys to make the play, and we came up short on that one. But we'll have many more opportunities to do that, you know, and I think, you know, if you don't learn from it, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So we're going to continue to grow. Always good to have these type of feelings and emotions moving forward when you win. So, good.
Give your defense some love, and then, of course, Jake Elliott and the job he did.
They know. I tried to keep him off the field, but, you know, we couldn't punch it in today, but he did a hell of a job. You know, Jake Elliott and that defense. Everybody made plays. We got to do better on offense.
Well, congrats. Go get ready for Thursday. Quick one.
Yeah, thanks. I think, you know, first and foremost, you know, I think that's a great win. You know, a great win for us, being able to be resilient. Obviously, for me, winning is the only thing that matters. And it's something that I've always said all the time. And so that's the mentality right now. You know, and that will always be the mentality. Winning is the only thing that matters. I think we obviously have things that we need to work on. I have to be better in those situations when the ball is in my hand, and you know, I take full accountability for that. But the good thing about it is we get the opportunity to play on Thursday.
With first time live with Brian calling the plays.
Yeah. I think Brian did a great job. I think for us, you know, I've said these things throughout training camp, and I've made that clear of us searching for an identity and us trying to find that identity, and that's something that we're navigating, you know, and that is something that happens when you have different roles and new guys and new places and new faces. But you know, we're going to continue to grow. It's easy for us to grow, and always better when you win. And so, give a lot of credit to Jake Elliott. I don't like him kicking, but you know, he showed up and he made big time plays all night for us. That was huge. And then our defense, how they played, and how they were able to turn the ball over and get points for us. That was huge as well. So, a lot to clean up. Obviously, a lot to clean up, but always good to have a lot to clean up when you win. You know, and I'll reiterate, winning is the only thing that matters.
You're doing it to Dallas away from you. It didn't seem like, you know, you didn't really get any targets until the fourth quarter.
Well, you know, I think for us, and I think as an offense, right, you try not to let the conditions of the game deter you from playing a certain type of way. And I just think for us, we just want to execute at a high level. You got different guys getting opportunities to make plays, and some guys, you know, it may not seem as much. So, but ultimately, when you have an opportunity to make a play, take advantage of it. And so there's a lot to grow from in that, and there's a lot for me to personally grow from as well, too, to continue to be a point guard of the offense.
A lot of the disguising maybe that they were doing on defense, was it even more of a challenge?
I think they're a really good defense. You know, you get teams that, you know, that's what the NFL is. The NFL is a huge league of disguises, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So for us, I don't think it's necessarily about anyone else. It's about us and how we control the things that we can. You know, and that's always been the reality for us. So we got to be able to execute at a better level and a higher level, and we have to be more efficient.
And I know you took a couple big hits in this game. How'd you come out of it physically?
I'm ready for Thursday.
Third downs in particular, 4 of 13 tonight. What was the issue on third
What was
downs?
that?
On third downs in particular, you guys were 4 of 13. What was the issue?
We didn't get the first down. I think that's the biggest issue. You know, and those things look different. Those things look different every time you have an opportunity to convert, and we didn't do enough tonight. But we won. You know, and again, winning is the only thing that matters.
Nick said just prior to when you came in about he's going to reevaluate his approach to the preseason next year and maybe play you guys a little bit more in games.
It's a long time from now. I could care less about that. We won the game. It's a long time from now. We got a game Thursday, and we're eager to prepare for that one.
But I guess my question would be, like, do you feel like that might have helped a little bit had you guys gotten into the game action?
It's over now. It's over now. You know, would've, could've, should've. We won. And winning is the only thing that matters.
How meaningful was it to throw that touchdown to Devontae after he had his first child before leaving to come here?
It was a very nice moment. Very nice moment for him, and you know, obviously he's a big time player, but even better person. So I can only imagine how great of a father he'll be.
Very run-heavy early in this game. Was that kind of what you guys came into the game thinking you'd emphasize?
I think the rain had a little bit to do with that.
Take a few more. Okay, thanks, Joe.
Oh man, it was great. You know, I saw that thing. I said, "Ooh, it's tip. Yes, sir. Let me go get that." And of course, when I saw the green grass, I knew I was gonna go get in that end zone for sure. For sure. Got the speed of Speedy Gonzalez.
Were you surprised that Mac Jones didn't really seem to give too much of an effort to bring you down on that play? Were you surprised at all by that?
Well, he did. He tried to cut me off. I just cut back on him. You know, so you know, quarterbacks don't really too much practice in tackling. So man, you know, he tried to make a tackle. I made a play, cut back, and scored. But he always give effort. I've been seeing that on film every time he throw a pick. Got to run down and give effort. So he's a hell of a player. He had a great game today, man. Besides that one play, you know, he missed some throws, but he was on the point today.
Looks like you almost had a second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one probably one back, I guess.
Yeah, man. I should have made that play, man. Honestly, I was like, okay. I tapped the ball. I just try to cuff it, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I got to make that play, man. I'm used to making those, so that could have got out of the field. That could have stopped some points and some shift in momentum. So I got to make that play.
Clay, how would you grade the defense today?
We got the dub, of course. That's what it always matters. But as a defense, no, it's definitely me being the captain of this defense. We got to go out there and put out better tape. You know what I'm saying? But we got to just go in there and create our mistakes, shit like that. So overall, man, we know we got the dub. That's what it's all about. But as a defense, I know me as being a leader. I know these leaders that's on this defense. They feel the same way. That we got to go out there and execute better because we better than that. But got to give props to that team, man. They came out with great adjustments too, making plays. Them guys are making plays up there as well. So, but we better than that, and we got to go put out better tape.
Flip side of that, you have 5 new starters, I guess, on defense, new defense coordinator. I mean, is it going to be a process until you get this defense where you want it to be?
Oh no, it's no process. That's why we got great leaders. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we go take it week by week, day by day. But we got great leaders on this defense, man. We know how to go out there and work. Definitely doing practice. So we just got to go out there and and look ourselves in the mirror and just try to get this shit right.
I know there was a lot, made coming into the game about Matt Patricia's knowledge of what the Patriots like to do.
Yeah.
How much did that actually kind of play out on the field and maybe be beneficial to you in some ways today?
It's been great, him being around this building for so long, man. He understands. He understands about this team, so he already knew the team would never back down, up or down, however it was. So he was sending that message inside, and he came with some game plan, gave us good knowledge on Mac Jones, just let me know what he don't like and what he's uncomfortable with. So we used him to our advantages. And, a lot of times we got him off his spot. He still made plays with his legs, but Coach Matt Patricia did a great job of letting us know what his spot is, and he'd get him off his spot.
So he was saying they weren't going to back down inside. Was that at halftime?
Yeah, halftime. Like, what I'm saying? He was saying, because he's not on the sideline, so he came in and he was like, hey, y'all, got to keep playing because this team, go always keep going. So I know when he was in Detroit, we felt the same way. He always made sure that. So, letting us know the metrics.
On the outside, did you have any view with Carter? Jalen Carter had a big sack late. Jordan Davis.
Yeah. I mean, I see him going in, man. One thing I say, man, them boys start to run. You know what I'm saying? Secondary, we got to be better. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of great guys in that secondary, man. Guys that can make all kind of plays. But them boys up front was really, you know, stopping the run, doing that, sticking their nose, and doing all that. So I know me and the leadership in the back end, we got to be better though, because them guys are playing, getting a rush. You know, we was getting screened because of them guys. So we got to be better.
Couple more. Leader, what was your message to the team at halftime?
Just go out here and compete, man. It's never over with. You know, I always going there at halftime. Definitely when we up, if they don't score, they don't win. So we was up 16-0, and I always send that message out there, hey man, if they don't score, they don't win. So let's go out here and just keep dominating and keep playing ball, and always stay laser focused, man, because this game can humble you quick. You know, so it could have got ugly out there quick. You know, up 16-0, come back in the half, them boys 14, it can get out of hand. So we gotta always stay laser focused, stay locked in, and continue to keep making adjustments.
Sorry if you were asked, what went through your mind? What was your reaction when you saw that ball pop out and Jalen got hit?
I mean, it was cool. Like I'm saying, my reaction ain't like, oh my goodness, because I know everybody ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? That guy worked hard as hell each and every day. Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I'm saying? He made a play. They made a play on that team. He trusted his defense to go make a play for him. So we went out there and executed our job. Going on the door for him. You know, so because he'll do the same for us. We ain't always perfect. He always cover for us too. So we'll cover for him as well.
A win's great, but as an offense, you guys disappointed in the way you came through?
I definitely feel like we left a lot of plays out there. I think we got stuck a few times, kind of stalled out, you know, but always room for improvement, you know, something to learn from, you know. We didn't expect to come out and be perfect. So, yeah.
I know you're just in the aftermath of the win, but what are those things you think you can clean up offensively?
To be honest, man, I have to watch the film, but I think Belichick did a really good job of just throwing a lot of stuff at us, you know, changing a lot of things up at the last minute, you know, and it was tough because, you know, I don't think we were not prepared, but I just think like he was throwing so many curveballs, you know, and it was just hard to adjust, you know, hard to get in the rhythm because you really don't know what he's gonna do. So.
He's got the reputation of taking away like one guy, but it seems like maybe with you guys you kind of mix it up more. Is that the case?
I didn't think so. I think he trusts the players on the outside to play us and, you know, give those guys one-on-ones majority of the time. But most of the time, man, they was doing a lot of weird stuff in the middle. You know, really fast and passing a lot of guys off. You know, not really following each other. That's why I took a big hit early in the game because they just passed it off. We thinking it's 0, which it was 0, but they just passed it off, and it was kind of strange. And so we just got to do a better job noticing things like that quicker, you know. So,
what was it like seeing the defense get a couple of big stops at the end for you guys?
That was huge. That was definitely huge, man. I was talking to the guys earlier at breakfast, man, and we was talking about the schedule and everything. We was like, man, this year, man, we're gonna be in some fourth quarter battles, you know. But this time, we put ourselves in the battle, you know, and it was not needed, you know. I think this is a learning moment. I'm glad the defense stepped up and you know, made the stop. But this is a learning moment because I feel like we play another really good team, we lose this game, you know. And I think we all gotta be, we all have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Honest with ourselves, you know, and. Because it could have went the other way. It's good to be in the win column, you know. I'm optimistic, you know, but it could have went the other way. So we got a lot to learn from it.
Devontae scores the touchdown. Does the rock the baby?
Yeah.
How special was that for you guys as a group? Just became a dad.
Yeah, that's big, man. It's big when you got guys just growing up and you see them, you know, grow in different parts of their life other than on the field. You know, him becoming a father, that's huge, man. Because I have 2 of my own. You know, I just know the feeling. You know, he was excited. You know, of course he was gonna get in the end zone. It just works like that. When somebody have a child, you know, they're gonna get in the end zone. So
you said you know the feeling.
He gave you some advice, right? Parenting advice.
Yeah, I told him to nap when baby girl nap. You know, but just try to enjoy every moment. Don't rush through. Don't rush through. I wish they'd start crawling. Or try to, you know, speed up the process because once they start moving, it's a whole nother ball game. So.
You said you know the feeling. How would you describe that feeling? You know, like playing
Man, to be honest, man, I think being a father is the best job in the world. You know, it doesn't come close to being a father. You know, football doesn't. You know, and just to see him just go through that whole process, being there for his girl, you know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, so I was happy. You know, so.
AJ, Jalen took a couple big hits in this game. What's that like from your perspective, both as his good friend and someone who knows there's a lot riding on him?
Yeah, he needs a slide. You know, he's a competitor. He's gonna try to go get it. You know, and I can't fault him for that. You know, but as a wide receiver, as a friend, you know, I would like for him to slide a couple more times. But you know, I don't want to change the game. I said that same thing last year. You know, but it's just him. You gotta let him be him. And so, you know, prayers.
You had the big catch taken away, but other than that, they're winning.
Yeah, that's bullshit. My grandma gonna get on me.
Did you do anything specifically schematically to take away the big play?
I'm sorry.
Did they do anything schematically to take away the big play for you guys?
Yeah, they kind of they stayed belling the entire time, man. They made it really tough for us to get over the top. You know, the one deep shot, another deep shot I had, they doubled me. You know, and so they made it really tough to get behind them. So.
You were surprised that got overturned?
Yeah. You know, I definitely felt like, you know, that's a catch on any given day, you know, but I do a better job to secure it next time.
Did they give you an explanation as to why they overturned it? Was it because they said you didn't have possession of it?
Yeah, I guess when I tried to reposition my hands through the ball, you know, I guess they said I lost control, but it's okay.
That last play of the game, when it went to review, you saw it. It looked like you ran onto the field.
Yeah.
You saw it was out of bounds. What you say to the guys on defense?
Also, I didn't know it was fourth down, but I tried to go, you know, get a guy some motivation on the field. Told the guys, man, you got one more stop, and to get off the field, you know, it doesn't matter. You're tired. Do what you got to do. Get off the field, make a play. But it was fourth down, you know. So
what they tell you? We already made the play.
Yeah. So they said, y'all on the field. I'm like, oh, okay, not bad, but you know.
I'm great. Come out of here with a win. Shoot. Start us off, Jeff.
Yeah, so was it the Patriots or was it you guys?
Yeah, I think, you know, that's a good defense. That's a really good defense. They're really well coached. Like, there's a couple that I've seen Smitty, like, little, like, throws on the sideline where I've seen Smitty get out of those and spin out of those, and they made really good tackles. That team, I mean, shoot, Bill Belichick coach team, it's going to be well coached, and I thought that's exactly what it was. Now, was it our cleanest performance offensively? No. We have a lot of mistakes to clean up, and we got a short time to do so. But shoot, you know, I thought that we just didn't finish some drives. We got in a rut a little bit in the second quarter, pardon me, and then didn't finish some drives late in the game. But, you know, and Jake did a really good job of, you know, we had a lot of confidence in Jake to kick the field goals to put us up a couple scores. But I just, ton of respect. There's a lot of good players on that Patriot defense also. You know, starting with Judon and, you know, they all play really solid football. I got a lot of respect for that team.
You mentioned the rut there in the second quarter. It seemed pretty run heavy at that time. Was that part of the rut? What was the thing
that we ran?
Just. That was,
you know, it was hard. It was hard to get. It was just hard. We weren't winning on first down, and we were getting ourselves into second down, and that's on everybody, right? That's on the us putting in the play. First and foremost, us putting the players in position to succeed, and then us being able to execute. And so the rut was just that we weren't winning on first and second down, and getting ourselves in the third down, and not manageable. And so, you know, again, you know, some of it was, you know, the run game, and some of it was the pass game, and it was I think it was equally. I got to look at the game obviously to have a better answer for you, but I thought it was a little bit of both, that we struggled in both parts of that game right there. And that again, like I said, it starts with us, myself and Brian, putting them in the right positions to succeed.
What was behind the decision to sit down and make Rashad Penny inactive today?
You know, there was just a number count. I mean, you saw that. You know, I don't ever want to come out of a game where DeAndre Swift has only 2 touches either. And so, you know, we were where we were with numbers and some of the things. You know, our first 3 guys through camp are those 3 guys that dressed. And so, you know, like I said, with Boston, to have 4 backs up when Boston and Rashad, and DeAndre both only had 1 carry, you know, we got to play that number game.
You
mentioned Swift. Goddard only had one target. Were they doing something to take him away, or was he just not part of things?
You know, sometimes it's going to be. Sometimes it's going to, you know, this reminds me a lot of last year against the Lions. Smitty had no catches against the Lions last year. This year it was Dallas. You know, we can't go a game without getting him the football. He's too good of a playmaker. But there were some things that the Patriots did that made it difficult for us to be able to get him some quick, easy touches. You know, so you know that happens. And so some of the plays that you think that you can get easy touches for your guys, you know, quick. Don't necessarily happen for your backs and tight ends when you play a Patriot-style defense. And so, again, hats off to them. They made it hard for us to get the ball to our playmakers, and that's what a you know, a defense like that usually does, is try to take away your good playmakers. So we had to get it to the other guys.
Ryan, how did he do his first time in the play call?
I thought he was awesome. I thought he adjusted. You know, we're always taught. You know, communication was great. I didn't feel the operation problems on the offensive side. We had some operation problems elsewhere, which I'm sure you all will ask me about. But I thought Brian was completely Brian's cool and calm and just got a great demeanor about himself. I thought he called a great game. I thought he, you know, made some adjustments in the second half to throw it a little bit more, knowing that we were struggling in the run game, and that was, you know, and. You know, we're gonna, if we throw it 20 times in a row, it's because that's what we think the right thing to do. If we run it 20 times in a row, that's what we think the right things to do. And Brian, you know, and that's conviction. And I thought Brian had conviction today, and I was really happy with the way he performed. Brian performed as the offense coordinator today.
Nick,
I'm coming to you today.
Jalen has not played in a real game since February 12th. Do you think that had anything to do? We know he's better than that, but he was today. Do you think that had anything to do with it kind of shaking off?
I'll definitely reevaluate some of the preseason stuff next year. You know, I know they played the first 2 years that we were here. They only played one series against the Jets in 2022. You know, maybe I should have played them, you know, a series or two this preseason, and I already wrote that in my notes. And I'm constantly self-evaluating myself, and you know, and I'm not promising anything. And I know y'all will remember this conversation and play it, and that's okay. But I have to, I'll reevaluate that, and you know. Yeah, second thought. If I had to do it over again right now, I would say, yeah, I would have played the starters 1 or 2 drives in the preseason. But you know, next year will be a new thing with new situations and new, you know, new everything. So I'm not worrying about that right now. I just got it in my notes to think about right now, though.
On the 4th and 2 at the 2-minute mark, what made you want to keep your offense on the field, and why was that the play call?
Yeah, again, we just try to give them options in situations like that. I guess really the word again I'm going to say is conviction. Conviction that our offense is going to succeed. Conviction that we'll call the right play to put them in position to make a play, and conviction if we don't, that our defense will get a stop. You know, it was a little bit. I know I'm going to hear it from my dad when I get on the phone with him when we land in Philadelphia and I'm driving back to my home. I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to wake him up, and I know exactly what he's going to say. That exact question you just asked me right there. So I better have an answer for him too. Yeah, it is. It is. I was convicted there. You know, it didn't work. It didn't work. Sometimes that's going to happen. That you make that call that you feel good about, but it's about the process that you put to get to that position. That there wasn't a hesitation in my mind because we've put ourselves in that scenario in the film room all week. You know, we didn't execute. You know, on second thought, we got to get them in a little bit better play. You know, we're always going to look at ourselves first. But I was convicted in that. You know, kind of like I was convicted in accepting the penalty on 4th down when it was 4th and 11 to put him back because I didn't want him to get points on the board. That would have gave him 3 potentially right there. You know, if I make that call, pull them back into 3rd and 20, and they convert, I'm the dumbest coach in the world. If they don't convert, I'm the smartest coach in the world. So I understand that. And so it's always about conviction. And it's always about, I can look myself in the mirror knowing that I've put myself in those scenarios. Us as a staff have put ourselves in those scenarios and thought through those things so we don't make knee-jerk reactions in a game. So I do feel good about that preparation and that process.
You were aggressive there, but it seemed like on some 3rd downs you weren't aggressive. Run calls.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true. You know, like a run call can be aggressive. You know, it doesn't have to be a pass to be aggressive. You know, and so I actually think calling a run play in a 3rd and 8 situation is aggressive. It's not the what's the word? it's not common. That's not the word I was looking for. Yeah, that was an easy one. I'm thinking of another word. It's unique, but we thought we were aggressive with that style of play that we ran in that scenario. So I respectfully disagree with not being aggressive. We just thought it was the right call for that scenario, Jeff.
Throwing a timeout in the first half to get
I hate that.
What did you?
It was operation that we need to clean up. You know, you're not gonna come out and play your cleanest game. We talked about it an awful lot, but we had some mistakes, and that's on us as coaches. And anytime you have to burn a timeout like that with the guys down the field, because we didn't start as coaches communication first, and that's always there. Don't look at anybody else but me in that. Don't look at Sean Desai. Don't look at the defensive coaches. Don't look at the offensive coaches. Don't look at the special teams coaches. That's always on me, because it starts with me telling them, hey, we're kicking it. Hey, we're punting it. Hey, we're going for a field goal. That's anytime that something like that happens, it's on me. Now, I get upset with myself, and I might be yelling it up, but that's always on me in those scenarios, and it was in this case. I actually had to do it twice, so I'm kicking myself about that, and I'll make sure that I'm working my butt off to fix that.
Can you describe that third down sack?
Yeah, we had a call that we run and execute the call, and the quarterback run the pressure from the other guy. The quarterback steps up in the pocket and happened to come right there in my hand.
How did you feel to get that? Like, it's such a big moment in the game, and you know, it comes either way at that point.
It felt good, you know. I don't know, it felt good.
What's it like being out there in that moment when you know the defense has to come up with a big play? Are you kind of saying, hey, this is me, this is my time?
I'm not saying this is my time, but it's time for somebody to make a play. You know, everybody there at that moment of the game, everybody out there to rush and try to make a play for the win. You know, everybody's just trying to execute the plan.
You had gotten close a few times before that. What did it feel like to finally get him down?
And it felt good. I'm on the sidelines talking like, man, I got close. I'm gonna get him this time. You know, I finally got him. I feel happy about that.
Does it mean something even more to get it in that situation where you're going to play?
It kind of does, but you know, I don't know. I don't know.
What's always a feeling amongst you guys right now that somebody's going to come up and make that play? There's a confidence that somebody is going to come up and make that play, and it happens over and over again.
Yeah, we got some dogs on the team. I know if it's not me, it's somebody else going to make a play. We're very stacked on the D-line, D-ends, and if it ain't me, it's somebody else going to make that play.
What did Fletch say to you after you got that sack?
Oh, the whole team. Everybody was talking to me. You know, it was a moment, just a moment for me. You know, had to happen at that time where, you know, they dropped down the field to win the game. And, you know, everybody came up to me. I saw everybody's face. So I don't remember what everybody said.
Is there any extra fun or juice there when you're sacking the Alabama quarterback as a Georgia?
Oh yeah, it's fun. I remember my freshman year, he beat us. So, you know, I wanted to say it to him, but you know, he probably don't even know me. So it's all.
I think he knows you well now.
Oh, yeah.
Going into this game, what were your nerves like in this?
I wasn't nervous. The guys keep me composed, and they just got me ready for the game. With the guys that's in the D-line room, they just keep me happy, keep me calm, and they don't ever have me worried about who's up next.
Jalen, did you kind of notice them like changing their offensive blocking schemes at all, like to accommodate for you as the game went on? Were they doing different things?
You know, I really, you know, I was just focusing on what the calls was, where the slide was for them, and all that. But I don't know if I see any difference, but you know, they was doing what they had to.
Yeah. Did you notice someone sliding to you and everything? Like, is that happening? Was somebody sliding to you? Did you notice?
But yeah, I had a couple slides, and the other D-tackle who was with me had a couple slides before I hit. So, you know, they was doing what they had to do to try to stop us.
What did you make of Jordan's forced fumble?
Man, when I see him make that tackle, it reminded me of Georgia days when he just running down the QB or something like that, and his tackle form is always the same. But I was very happy at the moment. Almost shed a tear, man. It's good to see JD out there running and moving, but it was a happy moment for me.
What was it like for you guys both to get your first career sacks together?
Man, it's crazy, man. We got all these Georgia Bulldogs on this team, and you know, nobody knew this would happen. But it's a very exciting moment.
First game under your belt, were you a little nervous?
Oh no, I wasn't nervous. I don't really think I get nervous anymore. You know, football is what I've been doing my whole life, and now that I'm at the biggest level, I don't think I should be. You know, some people do get nervous, but I'm ready to make a play. I'm ready. I'm here.
How did it compare to your expectations?
I don't know. It was just smooth. You know, the game went how it went. The people I was rushing with is exactly how I thought it was going to be. They got good rushes, and I got good rushes. And just went good.
Did you think you could have gotten? Did you think you could have gotten like a few more sacks? You came so close it seemed a couple times.
Yeah, I feel like I could have, got off the block a little faster, but it's next play brutality.
Can y'all feel that? Can you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? Can you feel what we about to get into? They don't respect us. They don't know about our hood, man. That thing that's beating your doggone chest right now. Whatever you got today, I got to have it. What are you gonna bring to the doggone table? Are you gonna bust somebody in their